Let's slice this one up. So I'm gonna export this one as a new program using slices, so I can edit the chops later on if I want. The first thing I'm always doing is checking out what the sample sounds like if I pitch it up or down, and then see what sequence I make with it. And I'm also reversing some of the samples. And now that I got my chops set as I like them, I'm just gonna play around and figure out what sequence I will play. Now that I got my chops figured out vaguely, I'm gonna try to record a sequence. Let's shorten this to the right length and play it back. I'll adjust the tempo. Okay, now I got a very simple basic structure, and sometimes I just leave it at that, and then I'm gonna try to add some drums to get a groove going and then edit the chops further. So why not just do that? I'm gonna load up a drum track, get me that clap and kick that I recorded earlier. All right, now I want to load up a hi-hat. Okay, I'm gonna add these 4 hi-hats, which I sampled from the same drum break. Load to pool, load to pool. Now I'm gonna go back into my drum program. And what I will do is I will load the hi-hats all onto this pad on the different layers. So, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 3, and number 4. Okay, right now when I press this pad, all hi-hat sounds trigger at the same time. What I want instead is that each time I press the pad, a different sample plays. I can achieve this by going to LFO modulation, and where it says layer, I press cycle, and now each time I press this pad, a different sample of the 4 layers will play. This way you can achieve a more human sound to your drums, and it's less robotic. I'm just gonna try to record some drums now. Let's do it. Okay, these drums are good enough for now. I want to move on to other things, and let's see if we can find a bass line for this. Because I am not that much of a musician to know what pitch this bass line sample is at, I will now build myself a tuner. Not the fish, but the thing with which you can find out the tune of your sample. I'm gonna do this by first of all creating a second track right here and putting a plugin there of, let's say, the bassline synth, and going back to my original track with the bass sound that I sampled. And now I will go to the mixer, to the I/O tab, and on the bassline track I will say send to plugin 1, which is the track with my bassline synth on it. And now if I hit the pad, the bassline synth will play at the same time. Now I will go back to my sample or to my key group program edit page, go to the samples. This is my sample right here. And now I will define the root note for this sample by trying to match the sound that I'm hearing from the bassline synth to this one. And as you can tell, -4 semitones sounds very much in tune with what the other sample is playing. So it means that now it is properly tuned. And what I can do now is go back to the mixer page, turn this back to send to none, and I can also delete the bassline track, the synth I mean. Okay, what we want to do now is add more instruments, and if we want to add more instruments, we need to know in what key our sample is in order to play the right notes. And we're going to find that out by using the bass tone at a high pitch, and then we play along with the sample, and if we find one note that sounds right most of or all of the time, then most likely that is the root note of our scale, and from there we can determine if we're in the major or minor scale. Let's go. Alright, I believe we are in a C-sharp scale, and my guess is it's minor. Yep, we are using the C-sharp minor scale. What I can do now is put my pads into scale mode again and select C-sharp minor, so I've got more notes available and can't hit the wrong notes. Okay, select scales, select C-sharp, which is also a D flat, and a natural minor scale. All right. Now we're going to record a simple bass line. Now I want to try if I can add another sample to this. Alright, let's record this sound. gonna make the sound a bit shorter because I don't like how it plays out in the end. So put a little bit of decay on there. Okay, I also shortened the decay time of the bass a little to just give the beat a little more space. Okay, now we're gonna try to record our last instrument and then hopefully we're done with this. Now just shorten this loop. And let's hear it. I'm gonna add an auto pan to the strings to get them out of the middle and yeah, just make some more room in the mix. Let's see what this sounds like. And here we are. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you did, I would appreciate a like and some comments down there. If you want to see more videos on the Akai Force, on the OPZ, on pocket operators and other samplers in future, I would suggest you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. If you want the project files for this beat, I will post them on my Patreon account, link in the description, where you can download them for free, and if you feel like it, also donate to the channel. Anyway, I appreciate you watching and I hope to see you next week. Peace.